So I'm Kimberly. This is Baby Rico, aka Eugene. His middle name is Rico. Say hi, baby. Say hi, baby. He's 7 months and he's really long. Oh yeah, he looked like a big old 1-year-old. But this is our channel, Baby Rico and Kim. I haven't really came up with a good name for it, but like comment below or just let us know what would be a good name. And we're gonna start making videos more often. Say hey, baby. Oh my goodness. And if y'all want to see more videos of him and questions about us, just ask us questions. That makes sense. But yeah, this is our life. We're gonna tell you a little bit about our lives right now. Let me get this on here. Sorry, baby. I had a Nathan hot dog, and it's like not that great. I have like really bad now, like acid reflux. But okay, we're gonna tell you a little bit about our story. But and we'll link down the social medias in a little bit. But right now, I gotta tell you the stories. The stories. The stories. Damn. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see me. Now you can. I'll give y'all a little entertainment. I mean, turn on the light. Hey, Bobby, entertain them. Talk to them. Even though he can't talk, but his smile says a million words. Let there be light, and there was light. Okay, so I'm Kimberly. I am 23 years old. I am born and raised in Arkansas, Fort Smith, and I know I'm starting this intro video off horrible, I guess, because I'm not even ready, and he's actually more ready than me because he took a shower, and I didn't take a shower, and he's really excited because he has really excitement tantrums or moments. Ugh. So let's see. Don't copyright me for that song. Just kidding. I don't think I can get copyright for that. Come here. He's like 20 pounds. He's like really big. He's a little chunky boy. He got the chunks in him. But you know, usually like if I'm recording a video, I'll probably do it on like the camera like on the iPhone. But I'm using the YouTube camera, like where you just go to YouTube on top and it says like, oh, okay, you can record straight from YouTube. So that's what I'm doing. That right there is paint. Don't pay attention to that. I have like a little paint set that I paint with. But anyways, this is Baby Rico. His middle name's Rico. His first name Eugene. His last name Lazo. He's a little chunky boy. He's a little chunky boy. What? What? Say hey. Say hey to the people. Say hey. Say I'm Rico and I am a big boy. We making business moves here. I am 23 years old. I was born March 31st, 1996, and he is June 23rd, 2019. You heard? That sounded kind of loud. But it's really quiet in here. Here's my story. I moved to New York. Staten, New York first. Staten Island in New York. And I stayed with my friend. She's Russian. I stayed with her for like a week and a half, maybe. And then I moved in with his dad. And when I moved in with his dad, it was like it was just like really nice at first, really just good and calm. And just something different. It was a different life. I lived with my parents before. But before that, I did live in New York. I used to live in New York and Brooklyn. But that was a different story. But this is my story now on how we got this one in the picture. But, I moved in with him. He told me to come over here. He was like, oh, yeah, you can come. And then you can stay with us and just have to pay the rent and stuff like that to start off your life. So, I thought that was a plan, too. But then I ended up getting pregnant with this one. And my pregnancy is not a great story. It's not a great story. It wasn't a great story at all because I went through a lot with the pregnancy, as in, like, just mental abuse and physical abuse. And I still love his father a lot. And when I had him, what? He's like a really happy baby. So months went by, and me and the baby father were still together, and it was just living life. I was working at Century 21. I was working at Costco too. I got a job, and the whole time I was working, I was pregnant the whole time. And then on my last month, I moved back to Arkansas. On my second to last month, I moved back to Arkansas, about to give birth. And he didn't come with me because I'm not sure why. I guess he's seen like it wasn't a good thing, like of him us trying to raise the baby together because we didn't have help. But I moved back to Arkansas with my family, and I gave birth in the surgery room alone. Like, although obviously like the surgery people were there and doctors and shit, but nobody was there to hold my hand type of situation. And it was just really bad because I was like under a lot of drugs that they gave me through like the IV and shit. And like when I was like talking to them, I was just like way out of it. I was like in something else. I was like looking at the nurse, and she was holding my head and my hand from like all the way over here because they strapped my hands down because I had a C-section. And I was just crying and shaking and crying and shaking and shaking and shaking. She's like, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. She was like this. You're going to be all right. And the doctor, the one that puts the medicine for the epidural, was on like in front of me also. And he was looking down at me. And I just remember telling him, oh my God, you look like Dr. House. Like, you look really good though. And I remember the nurse telling me, the one that, she was actually a surgeon nurse for the baby that puts in like the PICC lines for their, whenever they get sick. And she was holding my hand, and she told me whenever I finished giving like birth, she told me a couple of days after I gave birth, he was in the NICU because he came out with a meconium, which led to him having pneumonia. So he had to be in the NICU for 10 days hospitalized. And that shit was horrible. Like, I didn't know if he was going to make it or not. So I was crying literally every day. And that hospital I gave birth when was Mercy. And they have rooms there, charity rooms that are funded by McDonald's. Ronald McDonald rooms, and I stayed there, and they feed you there. It's not like they feed you, like they have actually food in there already made and stuff, and you can just make it yourself, feed yourself and stuff. And I didn't really eat that much at all, actually. I invited my family over so they could eat like whatever I never ate, because it was like a lot of food and stuff, but I didn't eat because I was really depressed on how, like, what my son was going through. Because at first, whenever I had him, they were like, oh, do you want to touch skin to skin with the baby? I was in the surgery room, and I'm like, no. They're like, do you want to see him? I'm like, no. I just remember saying no because I wasn't prepared. Like, I wasn't finally taking it in that, oh my God, I'm a mom. Oh my God, like, this is really happening. Like, oh my God, what just happened to me? Like, all I remember really is like a lot of pressure. My body, like, from my hips and up, moving up and then down. I could feel the pressure of my body lifted from, I'm guessing, them taking him out of me and then putting him back, or putting everything back how it's supposed to be. And all the pressure, and then I woke up like a couple hours later in the room, and they're checking on the cut. They're pressing on it to make sure the uterus is okay. And I'm bleeding again, and everything's going back to normal. They took out the catheter, catheter to the catheter, something like that. I don't know what it's called, to like pee again. And they're like, oh, you have to get used to peeing again because you had that to pee with. And I was like, okay. So it took me like half an hour to get used to peeing again because I was drinking a lot of water. Because that's all I could really drink was water. And I would eat Jell-O. That's the only thing I could get down. Other than that, I wasn't eating anything else. Like, nothing solid, nothing heavy. I was just really depressed because I noticed whenever I was holding him, I'm like, a couple hours later they gave him to me in the room. They brought him to me, and then I'm holding him, and I'm like, a couple hours later, he's like breathing, like right here in this part of his breathing, I seen it going really in and really out, like he was struggling. I told the nurse, I'm like, hey, like, what's wrong with him? He's supposed to be breathing like that. And that nurse wouldn't have known if I took him home with me and he kept on breathing like that. Like, if I didn't say something, he would have died. Because I'm going to take him home, right? And I would be like, oh, okay, like, they checked him and shit like that, so he's good to go. No, like, I had to notice a problem. And I told her he's supposed to be breathing like that. And she's a nurse, so I'm expecting her to, like, okay, her know the basics. Okay, there's a problem here. This is something, like, not, like, supposed to be happening. So I asked her what's wrong with him. She's like, oh, I don't know. Her first response was, oh, I don't know, but I have to call the specialist or the nurse, the other nurse that might know, that will know. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you even in here for then? Like, get out, because you, like, go get the help, but just get the fuck out, because what are you doing in here? Like, staring? So the other one comes in, they take him away from me, put him in the NICU. They didn't bring him back to me. I had to go see him. So after I had my cut, I had to get up, learn how to walk again with a 7-inch fucking cut of surgery. And it was really bad. Like, the surgery pain on the top of level 1 to 10, maybe a 50. Like, it was horrifying. And I was hunched over like this for like 2 weeks. And some lady on the elevator was like, she asked me, she was with her daughter, she was like older, and she asked me, she's like, are you okay? Are you feeling good? I'm like, yeah, I just had a C-section. She's like, oh my, she looks at her daughter, she's like, oh my God, I don't want you to ever go through that. I'm just like, what the fuck? That was like, that just felt like, I think that was like kind of rude. Like, I get it if you ask me, okay, are you okay? Got it, but you could have waited to say that shit later, getting out the fucking elevator, getting to your car or some shit. But anyways, I went to go see him in the NICU, and day by day I was crying. Day by day I held him. I probably got, out of those 10 days, maybe 2 hours of sleep every day. I just wanted to be there for every time of his feeding, every time to carry him, every time to get to know my son. I didn't know if it, like, his body was going to shut down or if it wasn't going to shut down. I just wanted to be there, and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And he made it, and he came out. He didn't come out premature. I was on my 41 weeks. He came out full term. And he came out with all this hair too, the same like this. But I was there feeding him, and eventually 10 days came up, and it was the day before 4th of July, and he was better. He was good. It was amazing. Like, they had me in this room for the last day to see how I take care of him, how to change him, how to feed him. had to do everything on my own. They showed me CPR for the baby, and it was just a beautiful experience, so beautiful. And I just want to be able to, I just want to be able to always just, like, be certified in CPR and stuff like that, because I never know what could happen with him or any baby around me. And to have that certification in your mind and your body, it's like, wow, like, I know how to do this, and I feel good about it, because if anything were to happen to him, I could be there immediately. And if anything would happen to another baby around me, I could come to help immediately. But besides that, we moved back to New York after he was 3 months with the baby father, with his dad, my baby father. I moved into the shelter in New York. It's a family shelter, and I'm here to get help, and like as in your own place, and assistance of any government assistance, and then it's been me and him since day one. You know, the he's in the picture, but he's just like, I guess you could say, whenever like he can help, and when he wants to like be around, he could be around. I just feel like he could do so much more in the effort of doing that, of being around for the baby. Like, he could do way more. He could do way more. Peps, just tell him. But we went out today. Well, yesterday, because it's already the next day. We went out yesterday. He took us out to a buffet, a Chinese buffet. But I mean, I appreciate that. But I feel like to help with taking care of the baby physically, because being a mom and having to take care of the baby by yourself 24/7 is extremely fucking hard. Why? Because you have to do everything on your own, and it's all on you only. He's crying, shitting, vomiting, diarrhea, sick. You have to do it. And you can't depend on nobody else, because you're with the baby. You can't call him and be like, hey, take it to the doctor in like 5 seconds. No, you can't, because he's all the way over there. He stays with his mom, but he's supposed to be staying in a shelter too, but he don't sometimes, I guess. I don't know. I just know that we came back over here and we are struggling really bad. Like, me and the baby. Like, we're struggling really bad, but we're doing our best to make it. Like, they're helping us, well, they're gonna help me with childcare to put him like in a daycare, and I'm guessing like his insurance will cover it. And then I applied for financial aid to get into a school, and yeah, I have to like, it didn't cover all of it. I've covered a portion of it, like 75% of it, and that's good, but I still ain't got that kind of money to be paying that. It's like a couple thousands that I have to pay, like a lot of thousands I have to pay. And I feel like they're like, oh, you can pay $100 a month and stuff. So I would have to get a part-time job. It's just a lot to have to deal with going through this, but I know I was supposed to make this video short. It was like an introduction of our life. I guess you could call it still an introduction of our life. But any more questions, we'll upload tomorrow too. We'll upload more often, because I just feel like, you know, you get to know a little bit about more of me and more of the Pepsters. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Hey. What? What? But, yeah, we're in New York again, in the shelter. Family shelter, and I guess we're making it, you know, because we're alive. I've lost a lot of weight, because after him, like, my weight went down from like 179 to like 130. So I'm like really small. And I eat like a cow now. Like, my first oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all another news. I am pregnant. Yes, with the same father, the baby father. His dad, my baby father. Same father. I am in the beginning of my 3 months, my first 2 months of the pregnancy, I could not eat anything. Like, not even Gatorade. I couldn't, like, even the fluid, I couldn't have it. I would throw up everything, anytime, everything. Couldn't do it. The nauseousness was so bad. So fucking bad. Like, I was in tears. I threw up in public so many times. So embarrassing. So I'm on my 3rd month now, and nauseousness has calmed down a little bit, and I'm able to eat like a cow now. So I'm eating all the time, but I don't know why the weight does not stick. Like, I eat so much. I'm like the same weight every freaking day. And we checked on the baby. The baby's good. Like, I went to get ultrasound. The baby's good. But if you want to stay along for our journey, please like, subscribe, comment, share to know how my pregnancy journey will go, and how he's gonna grow up and be so beautiful and handsome. And I'll keep y'all updated on more like photos and get into this more. I did one video with my baby father, and this is the 2nd video, but I'm gonna start doing just more videos of me and my baby and my baby boy, and then how I'm growing, like stomach wise. I'm not sure if it's a girl or a boy, but we'll find out this February 14th. On Valentine's Day, I have an appointment. They're gonna give me my test results back that they took blood. They took like 14 tubes of blood. Can't wait to get those results back. And then hopefully they do another ultrasound so I can find out the gender. I'm so excited. And maybe get a gender reveal going. You know, do little cheap decorations, but like make them really pretty to make them look expensive. Do a little gender reveal get together, because party is like a big word. Get together is like a small thing. And I'm broke as hell, so get together. But yeah, wish us a good journey and wish us good luck. And pray for us. Thank you. Say bye, Pepsters. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye.